Hi, I'm Linda Black, the yoga coach, coaching you to your best, amazing, and most beautiful body ever. I have a frequently asked question, and people ask me all the time, what kind of mat should I buy? I have some suggestions for you today. So the mat depends on what you're going to use it for and where. For instance, if you're on a carpet, you'll want a thinner mat, and padding won't matter so much, or thickness. If you're on a hard surface, it will matter. You want to protect your knees, you want to protect your wrists, you want to have enough support that you feel comfortable on your mat. Okay, so I have a couple of favorites of mine. And by the way, I love colored mats. I don't have a lot here, but I do like the colored mats. Let me show you the difference between a cheaper mat that you can get at a discount store and a mat that you would use all the time that's going to last you for 10 years. Okay, it's like buying a good running shoe. You can buy the cheap version that's 20 bucks and they may last a few runs or 10, or you buy the more expensive shoe that supports and gives you what you need and doesn't break down or fall apart. So that's the difference. You get what you pay for when you buy a mat. So just some differences. When you are needing padding, what you want to look for is the thumb finger test. Press your thumb and finger together, and if you can pinch all the way through that mat, it's a little bit too thin. So this one does not have very much cushion. This would be one of your cheaper versions that you can get at any discount store, and they may run you anywhere from $20 to $30. I wouldn't spend money on that unless you're going to travel and you just want that lightweight version. I happen to have 2 lightweight versions at home that I practice on, so I'm not discounting that. Keep your lightweight version if you need it. But what I would highly recommend is that you get something a little bit more firm. This one, if I do the finger thumb test, I'm not pushing thumb against finger. I actually have some padding in there, and there's some cushiness. So when I kneel on a hard surface, my mat protects the knee from bruising and my wrist, and it's just a lot more comfortable, especially when you're in Shavasana. So this mat, the downside is it's heavy. This one weighs 7 pounds. Your lightweight version, 1.5 pounds. So there's quite a big difference in weight. I do have a lightweight version of this. By the way, is Manduka brand. It's a Pro mat. And this is its cousin, baby cousin, called the Pro Light. So this is about 5 pounds, this is about 7 pounds. The difference, if you look in the height, and actually we're looking at the width of your mat. This one is your 24-inch versus 26-inch. I like the 26-inch because it gives me a broader base in my chaturangas. My hands can be a little further apart. So I don't like to come off my mat a lot, so I prefer just a little wider mat. They also have an eco-friendly version of this mat that comes in about the same thicknesses. And price-wise, you're looking at $100 for the Pro versus about $70, $75 for the Pro Light, and the same pricing in the eco-friendly. There is a version from Hugger Mugger that's very similar, a different manufacturer, so it has a little different feel to it. And I would try your neighbors. Try some out a little bit. It's still heavy. Another favorite for hot yoga is a jute mat. This one happens to be from Hugger Mugger, and it's a great little mat with some good padding and a lot of stick-to-itness. There's a lot of stickiness, so you're not sliding when you're in a hot yoga class, Bikram or some other hot yoga. So there you have it in a nutshell. There are a lot of varieties of mats, just like there's a lot of varieties of running shoes. There's different brands different padding, different support systems. Look for something that is going to, your hands will stay stuck on. If you're a little taller, like over 5'8", you'll want the 7-foot long version. If you're 5'8" or shorter, I think a nice 6-foot mat or even a 5'10" mat would be just fine. And width-wise, if you've got a little broader shoulders, I prefer a wider mat. And I don't mind lugging it around and carrying that extra poundage because I know it's going to help my knees. And I practice yoga everywhere, cement and on hard surfaces. So there you have it. Happy shopping.